Did you know 77% of women who wear bladder weakness products experience intimate skin irritation?
As if having incontinence wasn't stressful enough.
But Tena Intimate Pads have been gynecologist tested and do not cause skin irritation.
Gentle on my intimate skin. I need to try Tena Intimate Pads.
Visit TenaSample.com for your free sample. Kind to skin. Protects like Tena.
In a world where everyone was forced to leave the comfort of their homes to get drinks, one hero emerged. Its name was Drizzly, the #1 app for alcohol delivery. And it allowed everyone to compare prices on the biggest selection of beer, wine, and spirits and get them delivered in under 60 minutes. All they needed to do was download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com to take destiny in their hands. Dun dun dun.
Father of mine.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dad. How are you?
I'm okay. How about yourself?
Never better. As usual, it's wonderful to hear your voice.
Likewise. Thank you.
Joanne is there, I presume, her sweet face?
Yeah, you presume right.
I'm here.
Say something, honey.
I did. I'm here.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, Dad. You know, I mean, seriously, I talked about this a little bit yesterday on the phone with you, but you guys, 3 hours driving across Michigan and 3 hours back for a couple hours of wedding shower was spectacular. Thank you. Jackie was just over the moon about that.
Oh, my gosh. We wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Yeah, it was very, very sweet. And she had a great time. And thanks a lot.
Well, hey, pleasure is really mine because I see this kid growing up now.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
Well, welcome to you. I've got a lot of folks who, as usual, would just love to get your opinion on things. They have some questions for you? Is that cool? Can we ask some questions of you, Dad?
Why, sure. Some of the answers are pretty stupid, but then again, it's an answer. So I'm glad I can do that. Now, it's an exciting thing to do.
Now, we've been covering a lot of ground on the show here today, so people might be struggling, but I only have 3 questions as of right now, so we may have a quick version of this today, but that's okay. So if anybody in the audience has a question for Dad, you got to send it along, subject line, Dear Meathead, to Eric at ericzaneshow.com. But let's start off with this from Nathan.
Nathan?
Yes, Nathan with an N.
Oh, Nathan.
Yeah. He writes, Dear Meathead, my wife and daughter fight constantly like angry chickens. He says, is there something I can do to help them get along better? Or should I just spray them with a hose?
Well, first of all, you got to figure out what's wrong with your wife. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I heard that. You said that he has to figure out what's wrong with his wife.
With your wife?
Well,
Did you say your wife?
No.
Oh yeah. You got to figure out what's wrong with her.
Why?
Yeah.
She's a mother, right?
Yeah.
And then the daughter is fighting. How old is the daughter?
You know, I'm going to assume like late teens.
Well, this is a norm lately, I hear, that teenagers can do that to their parents. But the mother's got to be smart enough to just let her blabber up as much as she want to do that.
So, okay. So, is that? Yeah, it sounds to me like you're giving me the old advice of pick your battles.
Yeah, but then again, how important is your battle to win?
That's exactly right. You know, a person who I trust once said to me that the second you start going down, arguing with a young person, you almost like your intelligence drops to their level.
Yes, you absolutely are correct. Whoever said that said the mouthful. You cannot really argue with your kids on the issues, whatever issues you have. You can say something that you are not into it, you don't like to see it do it, and be done with it. And
Got it.
say it with love.
Well, yeah, you know, or
Not fighting love.
now, Dad, I remember, and the thing is, that's easier said than done. When a parent is in their 40s and whatnot, and they're faced with that, it might not be so easy. You know, I mean, like I remember you raging like King Kong when your sweet stepdaughter Nikki wouldn't see eye to eye with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. So I think that I think that's a very good bit of advice, but sometimes it's hard to actually pull it off, you know?
Hey, take a bite at your tongue and be done with it, you know? When they start doing that, don't challenge them. Let them blah, 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 blah. Silence. Oh, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I do see what you're saying. In fact, I'm writing it all down, Dad.
A fight with a child, with a son, daughter, is totally stupid.
All right, so gotta find out what's wrong with your wife.
Yeah.
Take a bite of your tongue.
Yeah, bite it. And, wow. This is a thing that I've started doing though for some reason. I would listen to somebody when I would say, oh, wow.
You just go, oh, you just act.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
yeah, I get what you're saying. So they're just talking. You're going, oh my gosh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
Don't challenge it. When you challenge it, now you're opening up the door for a fight.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see.
You know, I really think this is a good thing you brought her up. This is a good subject.
Yes.
Yeah, I really wonder what people do if they don't really just listen. Listen to what this person is saying and don't respond to it.
Yeah, I've heard some people say that if they do talk, maybe like count to 10 and think. Because
yeah, that's a good thing.
If you just respond immediately, you might say something you regret, you know?
If your son, hey, I know that. I know one thing now. It just came to me. If my son is like you,
yeah,
it's too late for you to have this issue because I definitely would not challenge you or try to give you advice or something unless you ask.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, okay.
Advice, and I would not want to volunteer. Let them blabber, 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 and listen as a parent. Don't try to do one better.
All right, so just kind of like it's a little bit of...
Let us say, because she's got whatever this is, whatever the mother has done to trigger this fight, that's it. It's her fight, but don't need to challenge it. Now, the child is going to retaliate. Well, okay.
So...
let her go.
All right, so whatever the mother has done to trigger the fight, you say?
Yeah.
Why is it the mother?
Well, if the mother did that, I don't know.
Oh, okay. It could be.
If the child is doing it.
Yeah, it could be either.
You don't have to give them advice.
All right, Dad, here we go. Mark writes, good morning. I hope you had your... wait, I think I might have read this one before. I don't know. No, I think it's new. I'm sorry. He says, Mark in New Orleans writes, Dear Meathead, I hope you've enjoyed your tea and slice of bread.
No, I haven't done that to them. I got up not too long ago.
He says, I have some exciting news. My wife and I recently purchased our first camper. And it's, yeah. He says, and I'm going to make it stationary on my property like yours has been for 50 years. What are some tips and tricks that you've learned throughout the years? Would you have any advice for his camper on a station that's stationary on a piece of property, Dad?
Well, the reason mine was stationary was I had no other choice. I could not haul it back and forth.
No, but
So it's you've got a big camper, you know that.
yeah, and he's doing the same thing. He's keeping it in one place.
First of all, you got to secure it. Don't make it too easy for people to break into it.
Uh-huh.
That's a fact. But you never make it because they're always finding some crooked jerk would try to break into it one way or the other.
So expect to be robbed is what you're saying.
Expect to be damaged.
Yeah, I remember somebody took an axe and put it in the side of the old trailer.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
There's actually no tricks to it, you know.
Okay.
But you have to maintain it.
Uh-huh.
Definitely maintain it. Look around occasionally and see if there's anything that has to be done and do it. And you got to mice-proof it.
Yes, I wish. Yes, we do. I'm still trying to do that.
Yeah, you have the issue.
Okay, yeah. Mice-proof it. Yes, absolutely.
And because those suckers can get in there no matter how you try. If they decide to get in there, they're going to get in there. So, and these are the things. Otherwise, there's no big deal with it. That's pretty simple to operate it.
On the property, I think that if you spread a mixture of chili powder and cinnamon or something like that, there is some blend you can put together.
Yeah, well, that stuff I don't have any knowledge of.
Yeah, I know, but I had heard this one. So, Mark, if you spread it around the dwelling, you may keep them away. Peppermint is also a excellent peppermint oil. Also, they don't like that. The mice don't like that.
Yeah, and then they climb up on anything that it's a climbable. You know.
Yes, I do know.
You've got it. You had this issue.
Oh my God! If I walk into that trailer and the mice are actually sitting on the couch, staring at me and waving.
Oh my God! How did they get in there? You got to figure that out.
I don't know. I think they parachute in.
No, you got to get rid of them. You got to fight them. You got to find any way you can to destroy them.
You must destroy the mice. Yes.
You got to destroy them. And the easiest thing is to put poison around the trailer. But
no.
But remember where they are, because as soon as you get in there, clean her up.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm a big fan of
got dogs.
Traps are good. There's also the walk the plank bucket trick is a good one. Talk to me. Mark, reach out to me personally. I'll give you all the tricks, but I haven't had success with any of them. But, you know, I go up there sometimes infrequently, so they set up shop again and again and again.
Whether it's Kroger's Simple Truth Turkey or mac and cheese with Murray's English Cheddar or pie made with fresh Cosmic Crisp apples, there are many dishes we look forward to sharing during the holidays. And Kroger has all the fresh ingredients you need to turn today's holidays into tomorrow's memories. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Get more ways to save at the Buy 5 or More Save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
In a world where everyone was forced to leave the comfort of their homes to get drinks, one hero emerged. Its name was Drizzly, the #1 app for alcohol delivery. And it allowed everyone to compare prices on the biggest selection of beer, wine, and spirits and get them delivered in under 60 minutes. All they needed to do was download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com to take destiny in their hands. Dun, dun, dun.
But anyway, all right, moving on, Dad. Your old pal Aram has a question, Dad.
Yeah, I was thinking about him. Let's hear it, Aram. How you doing, buddy?
Aram writes, "Hey, dear Meathead, have you ever been threatened with a lawsuit?"
No.
Then he says, if so, how would you handle the situation? What advice would you give to someone who was threatened with libel and slander?
Well, if it's serious enough, you got to get yourself an attorney. So right away, get ready for it.
Yeah.
Challenging them trying to exchange words and all that, that's not working at all.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah,
you got to be smart about these things.
Yeah. What I said, the best thing I know the answer is, first of all, do not put yourself in that position.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Someone will do that to you.
Yeah, that's just dumb in the first place.
Yeah. If they say, hey, you're a jerk, you say, okay.
Yeah.
Don't say, no, I'm a better jerk than you are or something. You know.
Right. If someone in the public happens to be an absolute menace to society, you don't want to. You don't want to. I mean, you want to go about this the right way. You got to play this smart.
Absolutely. Maybe this is my old age right now, because I would definitely challenge anybody at any time in my years to cold cock them.
Right. Yes.
But that's not my norm. I'm really a mellow type of a character.
All right.
Now.
Wait. Age. Did you say that? Did you say back then you'd cold cock them, but now?
I would take anybody. I took a guy my wife and I. We're out to dinner, and on the way back, somebody cut me off or something.
Oh yeah.
I was all dressed up, tie and all that, and I got to a point of a stop, a vehicle stopped. I stopped way ahead of him, took my tie off. I challenged him.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to nail his ass.
Hey, I have seen this before.
I think you were there with us.
I've seen this happen.
So, I mean, I was a hothead.
Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, back in the day, it's like everybody did that, I mean,
nobody would mess around with me.
Nowadays, it's a little different.
In my mind.
But back when you were at Life of Virginia, I mean, this is 1975. You're at the desk sitting there smoking cigarettes, and the boss says, "Ruben, I need this done," and you just kick him in the nuts.
How do you remember this thing? Like, God, you embarrass me.
That's the way we did. I mean, it was a different era,
Yeah. So. Well, that's youth.
Yeah, that is youth. All right. Okay, moving on now.
But listen, let's complete this.
Please.
But don't allow people to take advantage of you. Challenge them with intelligent remarks and all that. Otherwise, don't take a beating, No,
it's true. Moving on, Megan has a question. She writes, "Dear Meathead,
hi, Megan.
She's struggling. She's not feeling well today. She's staying home from work, and she writes,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, she says, staying home from work, Ruben. Should I stay in my actual bed, or should I move to the couch to rest? Where do you?
No, I think I'd move just move around, really.
Yeah, but
it doesn't happen. It's easy for me to say, really, but you got to move around.
Wait a minute. Are you suggesting she go for a walk?
No. Move around your house.
So start on the couch, go to the bed, go back to the couch?
Don't just close your eyes and go to sleep,
Okay, so, yeah, but what if she just feels terrible and has a bad headache or something like that?
There's nothing you can do. Take an aspirin or two.
Okay, take 2 aspirin and just walk around the house is what you're saying.
I mean, don't just take a nap all day.
Okay, I've never heard of this medical advice. Instead of resting, take aspirin.
Well, lay down and stay there.
Walk around.
Take a nap.
No nap.
Take a nap, but then again, get up and move around.
No napping when sick.
Yeah, short-term napping would be all right.
Okay, got it. All right, so couple aspirin, walk around. Short-term nap is on the table.
Of course, call a doctor.
And yeah, of course, yes. I think she may have. But who knows what the doctor told her. He may have told her something crazy like drink fluids and stay in bed all day.
Hey, I know the first thing you would say. When can you come in?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm sick, you jerk.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, Dad. Let's see here. Ooh. You know what, Dad? We're going to close with this one from our pal Kenny. And he writes, hello, Ruben. Hello, Joanne.
Hi, Kenny.
He says, hello, Joanne. I'm curious to know, looking back on everything you've experienced in your wonderful life, what would your message to the world be? The one thing you wanted everyone to know. I love you and Joanne so much. Signed, Kenny.
Kenny, my attitude towards that is this. Do not challenge an angry person.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Because that person has got some issues, and he unfortunately found out he can vent out with you. If it was somebody else, he'll do the same thing to it.
So
none of these things are personal. The person that does that is an angry person. He doesn't know how to deal with the situation, and he'll take whatever it's in his front of him as a challenge.
So if
do
you're
not challenge people.
If you go out to dinner with your wife and you're driving around and someone ticks you off, don't take off your tie and go after that guy.
Absolutely. I have been there.
Hey, you've lived it. I like it, Dad. It makes perfect sense.
Well, see, you grow with age in the sense of a little bit more intelligence than you did when you were youthful.
Dad, going back on some of my notes here as we wrap up this edition of Dear Meathead, you said you got to find out what's wrong with your wife. You got to take a bite of your tongue. You got to let them you said you got to let them blabber, 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 blabber.
Yeah. And then say, honey, I hope you feel better.
Yeah. Just sit there and do that. No, and remember, the key is no napping when recovering from illness.
Yeah, just lay down. It'll be all right.
Okay, well, I'll be seeing you soon. You know, we are fast approaching Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So we're going to meet at Mike's. It's going to be great. I'm warming you up for that now, but we are planning on being there. I'm making my Armenian. Hey, I'm making my Armenian sweet potatoes.
That's great.
You won't believe it. Is it?
Right.
Hey,
you've been studying it?
Let me tell you, they will change your life.
I don't have to be changed, fella.
Well, they're gonna be changed for the better because you're gonna eat this and you're gonna be like, oh my God.
Okay.
You know, thank God for insulin so you can enjoy that meal. You know.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Okay, well, guys, I got it. That's it. Unless you have any final thoughts that you want to say before we wrap up.
My final thought is hug your wife and tell her how much you love her.
I most certainly do. She's absolutely spectacular and the light of my life.
And she's an exciting woman, I'm telling you that.
As I'm sure you feel the same about your lovely wife, who I adore.
Okie doke.
We adore Diana.
Okay, guys.
Go.
Thank you so much for the time again, all right?
All right. I love you. Have a great day. And I shall see you the next day. Or no, I shall hear from you.
You know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, guys, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
The cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then.
Did you know 77% of women who wear bladder weakness products experience intimate skin irritation?
As if having incontinence wasn't stressful enough.
But Tena Intimate Pads have been gynecologist tested and do not cause skin irritation.
Gentle on my intimate skin. I need to try Tena Intimate Pads.
Visit TenaSample.com for your free sample. Kind to skin, protects like Tena.